Hello, everyone. It's great to have you with us. Today, we'll talk about the travel business and what it takes to be part of it. Let me introduce Alex Weinstein, the founder of ASAP Tickets, a travel agency that is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. Join me in welcoming Alex. First of all, welcome. Could you please tell us more about ASAP Tickets? What's the story behind it?
Hi, thank you for having me. It's great to have this opportunity. So the company was started in the early 90s whenever I was supporting myself by working part-time selling airline tickets. I have recognized the opportunity of selling, servicing Russian-speaking community in San Francisco initially because there was a lot of immigrants who did not speak English and they needed help in purchasing travel products. Now, in its current formation, the website ASAP Tickets was registered in 2001, making this our 20th anniversary.
Thank you. That sounds really exciting. Creating a small business as a student and then growing it into a much bigger one. Is there any insight that you could share as to how you were able to grow your business? What helped you the most in succeeding?
As always, it's not one single thing. It's always a blend of actions or variables that made it possible. Of course, recognizing the opportunity whenever there is one. And the market opportunity is the fact that in US as well as in many other countries there are underserved communities, segments of clients, of people that require certain attention, services, products tailored specifically for their needs. And our ability to recognize that segment is very important. Second is the team. Our main belief, and this goes throughout our entire organization, is our number one asset are the people. So I guess these two global things would be the key to making our company, our group, what it is today.
When you talk about people, are there any particular qualities you seek for in your employees?
Professionalism, dedication, work ethics, loyalty, believe in the same idea, same work rhythm would be on the top of my list.
ASAP Tickets has been in the market for 20 years with impressive market shares in many regions across the globe. What do you think is the cornerstone of its success? Is there a secret ingredient or something without which a business cannot succeed?
Strategy, again, understanding the market, understanding the opportunity, understanding your own niche in that market. That's what we've done. We've realized that the goods and services, the products and services that are being created by by the people in our product department are of a great value to a consumer. We provide service in a market where a lot of things are automated, but there is a huge demand for service, if not initially, then subsequent to a transaction. And the travel industry itself is not just buying a ticket from San Francisco to LA. It's especially if you're going international, if in the world where there are so many complexities, especially right now during the COVID, where there are so many unknowns, you do want to speak to a professional in regards to many aspects. We specifically tailor our products and services not only for our to fit the linguistical specifics of our clients, but also from the perspective of our client segmentations. For instance, we have special products for business clients, we have special products for so-called VFR, visiting friends and relatives types of clients. And this makes us unique on the market.
Thank you for sharing, Alex. I'm curious, since the competition in the travel industry is tight, how do you differentiate ASAP tickets from the rest of your competitors? I mean, what makes it special?
Our ability to complement technology with live professional help makes us stand out. Where most of our competition is trying to automate everything, we try to automate and create tools and instruments for our agents to be more helpful to people and to offer that energy, that compassion that people do require at the times of uncertainty or whenever we're dealing with something complex. That makes us unique, and that's what airlines and our business partners recognize. And by them giving us special opportunities, special pricing that we can in turn offer to our clients. So it kind of works both ways. On one end, we do provide unique service, which is really in the market is not being provided by OTAs and our automated competitors. At the same time, our business partners recognize this uniqueness and in turn offer us price incentives that we can in turn offer to our clients, making this more beneficial to them.
This has totally answered my question. Thank you. Now, let's talk about travel and COVID. It's no secret that the last year has been very tough for the industry. Tell us how ASAP Tickets managed through these difficult times that saw global travel collapse to historical lows.
Well, the period is still not over, and this period is if you it's been, I would say, a year now that since the World Health Organization called COVID a pandemic. Now we went through different stages. At first, we had to deal with the fact that most of our service personnel located in various countries were cut off from their workspace because countries announced lockdowns, and simply most of our people weren't able to attend to their work, and the customer support was completely cut off from the business process. So we had to slowly figure out a way how to service all those people who were affected by their transactions. That was the first challenge. And the aftermath we're still dealing with, because as you can imagine, with our volumes, whenever the world shuts off and whenever most of our back office and back end and customer support people are unable to get to work, there is a huge backlog of issues that had to be dealt with and still being dealt with right now. That's one aspect, is to deal with all the clients that were affected by the initial lockdown. And in regards to how we fixed it, of course, we automated some of the processes. We reshifted the loads. We've engaged our sales force to handle customer support issues. That's how we're dealing with the people that were affected by the initial lockdown. Now, as far as generating new business, we had to refocus on our markets. For instance, we had to refocus to more of a domestic markets rather than international travel, because domestic travel was less affected than the international travel. As well as we used the time to automate a lot of processes that would help us do what we do better and more efficient. And right now we're really looking forward to the world opening up, because that would add to our existing business volume whatever we are unable to process because of the lockdown and inability for our customers to travel internationally.
I completely agree with you here. As communication has become so much faster and more efficient, we're finally beginning to see all the benefits this new technology can bring. Speaking about communication, here's a question. How did your management style change and evolve over time? Is there a difference in your approach to managing the company today and 20 years ago?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we feel that the lessons that we learned from COVID are of a great value because of the lessons that we learned during this time, such as an ability to manage and to work with people that are working from home, people that are working overseas, people that have accepted the new reality of conducting business not in the workplace. And this helps us with adding people to join the team. It helps me, for instance, to interview people without having to fly over the ocean, as well as people have gotten used to conducting teamwork by utilizing the technology that's available today. We've adopted tools that really streamline our operations. We've adopted business practices that help us do things much more effectively, and we can do more things within the time that we've allocate to ourselves. So I think that from this perspective, it was a very valuable lesson. Plus, as you know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So by dealing with the challenges, by adapting, we've shown to ourselves and to the team that we are a company to deal with. We're a company that they can entrust their future and their time into. And it showed our competitors that we are a force to be dealt with.
Speaking about adapting to change and growing, could you name the top three most significant achievements of ASAP Tickets over the last 20 years? The brightest moments of the company?
I think from the perspective of business evolution, I think the first thing is the decision to start to build a team of software developers in Latvia. That is a major step into what we've done, which is embracing technology and the talent of local people here. Second thing is initially our offices were in San Francisco, and we've decided to scale linguistically, such as we understood that there is an opportunity in various underserved ethnic communities. So we decided to scale linguistically, such as Spanish, Arabic, Hindi, Filipino languages. We're keeping our eye on Vietnamese, Chinese, and Portuguese right now. Arabic, we have an office in Cairo that helps those customers. So our strategy in linguistical scale is a very important win for us. It allowed us to penetrate those markets which are really underserved. Third, I think achievement is in my career would be probably what we're doing right now, meaning that refocusing our business markets and doing the adjustments to survive the COVID pandemic, because it hit us very hard initially, and it could have destroyed our entire business model, but it did not. and by our ability, for the team's ability to be resilient, to be able to adapt to the challenges, to be able to choose, refocus from the market perspective and refocus from the technology perspective. We've been able to survive, and to me, this is a huge win.
Just as there are achievements, there are failures too. Are there any examples you can think of where the company took a misstep? What are some of the lessons you've learned from it?
We had, I'll give you one for instance. Throughout our experience, throughout our journey, not every locations that we've set up went were picked wisely. Was picked wisely. For instance, we have initially we've picked a location in Cebu, Philippines, to service our English-speaking clients, and instead of going through to Manila, which is a capital, and it was very challenging path to success, because to us setting up an office in the province was very difficult. Capital cities are easier to set up from the infrastructural perspective, from the talent perspective, and it was a challenge for us. We've spent some time in vain where that we could have not to, but at the end we're grateful to have two great locations in the Philippines.
Thank you. I have one final question. It may sound odd since many of us are still struggling with the uncertainty of COVID and related restrictions, but still, what are your plans for the near future? Where do you see the most growth potential within the travel industry today?
We feel that the future is brighter than ever, because again we have, as I mentioned earlier, we've discovered new opportunities for us, untapped before opportunities, and we're really excited to see our old markets returning back to and adding back to our current volume. That's one aspect. Second thing is technology. We've adapted new technology that helped us and is helping us to be more efficient. Our international expansion is going onwards. We've continued on scaling our international operations, and we are in process of adding various additional products and services to our product line. So we feel that we will, once the world completely opens up, we will be on our path to become the biggest service-oriented travel company in the world.
Thank you very much, Alex. It has been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Let me wish you all the best in your business and a happy 20th anniversary to ASAP Tickets.
Thank you very much for taking the time.